people, and welcome back to day number 10 of our drawing challenge. I'm doing things a little bit differently with the video, so I'm hoping you'll follow along and have some fun with me. Today's challenge is drawing something vintage. I am in love with vintage music. When you think about the word vintage, it means something that is older and has quality still, even though it's older. When we think about playing music, there's lots of different ways that we've been able to play music for ourselves in the past. The one I'd like to focus on today is called the gramophone. It is considered an antique, which means it is over 100 years old, still has value, and is still usable or worth money today. Ready, set, here we go. All right, so we've got our pencil and our piece of paper ready. Day 10 for vintage, so I'm working on a gramophone. We're gonna start with the record player on the bottom portion. That's where the big circle goes for our record. It can be a little bit more oval if we need it to be in order to just present that it's kind of angled towards us. We then put another circle in the middle, kind of like a donut, right? But inside of this donut, there's a hole to place it on the player. With that, we're gonna go ahead and move up to the top where the gramophone takes place. We're gonna create another oval, and this is where the music is projected out of. I'm then gonna connect that oval with a triangle to show where the speaker moves from and connect it down. With that, we're gonna create the base of the table, which comes down and around, and then back up to where it connects to the record itself. And then the fun part about a gramophone is that music is played by spinning this around and around, and the needle touching down to run across the lines that are grooved into the record. This is a really, really cool way to play music. It's got a very unique sound to it, and this is the way that people used to play music that was recorded for the very first time. With that, this is gonna come down and connect to here. And last but not least, we need a crank, because that's right, music was not run electronically. It was run by moving a crank around and around and around in order to get the record to spin and the needle to play the music, and the reverberation came out and through the cone, through the top. Pretty sweet, right? So again, we walked through some basic shapes. This is more of a cartoony than a realistic version of it, which I think is fun and pretty cool. Makes it easier to draw. Making sure that we've got our needle, our crank, our record, the box, where the record sits on, and then of course our gramophone at the top. Thanks for joining us, my art friends, and we will see you again next time. Thank you from the bottom of our heart.